Good morning, my name is Lucas and this is Fortress Forums. What we're going to talk about today on today's webinar is the local storage. We receiving many queries from the installers how to create a backup of the recorder, and it doesn't matter if there will be like a 4-channel entry-level recorder, DVR, NVR, or the high-end 9.6 series NVR. So the idea is how to do it. Obviously the first that might come across your mind is the cloud storage. The cloud storage, it's great, it's fine, but it's quite expensive as well. So if you're looking for a reliable solution but much less expensive, obviously the second recorder on site as a backup storage will be the way to go, because you just need to pay whatever new recorder on the top that you currently have on site, and then you just fill it up with the hard drives, fully loaded with the hard drives, and you can have as much storage as you want. In the case when you have cloud storage, you rely on the internet connection. The internet connection might not always be available for you. There might be an outage, there might be any issues with the speeds, so all the data might not be sent properly. But when you have second recorder on site, and like I said, it doesn't matter how big is your site, how big is or small the setup is, you can always make a backup of any recorder. So even the 4-channel, 8-channel, 16-channel, whatever you have there, you can make a storage backup for this recorder. I will show you today how to do it, how to make it working. It's really simple, especially with the latest recorders, with the latest firmware. It's really straightforward. Back in the days, streaming from one NVR to the other NVR wasn't that easy, but now these days, with the latest firmware, with the latest recorders, it's really simple. And I will show you how to do it, how to set up that kind of backup. Like I said, when you have the local backup on site, you don't rely on the internet connection. The connection is always there, and if you have like one recorder in the cabinet and a second recorder in a different place in the building, or a different building altogether, it could be connected via the fiber link maybe, or just a Cat5 in between. That's fine, but once it's on the local network, it's much safer for you. And of course you can do it remotely as well, but again, if you're gonna do it remotely, you need to open the ports, and you need to have the reliable connection as well, that it's always going to be 100% for you available. So usually it's like a dedicated broadband just for this type of the connection. So let me show you the recorders I have. I have 2 recorders. They're behind me right now. They look exactly the same behind me, but there's one I-series recorder and one K-series recorder. So we're going to stream from the K-series, those 3 cameras that you have on a PoE at the back of the recorder. We're going to stream them directly to the second recorder, and that kind of makes the backup of the whole storage you have there. So if something's going to happen to my K-series recorder, always the I-series will have a backup. Or you can do it the other way around if you like. That's no problem. But whatever the main recorder, it could be stolen, it could be burned out, or whatever happened to that first unit. If you have the second one in place, everything will be still safe there, and all the recordings that you stream from the first recorder will be there. So let me go back to the page. I'm just going to show you via the web browser how simple it is and how to do it quickly. So let me go ahead to my monitor here. So you see here, this is the DS7608 NIK2 with 8 PoE ports at the back of the recorder. So you can see there's 8 PoE ports. These days, when you have the cameras connected at the back of the recorder, by default they're plug and play. But there's a cool feature on the latest NVRs that you can turn on and off the plug and play method for that PoE at the back of the recorder. So it makes it like a simple switch. And so it will be a PoE switch, of course, but it will power up your cameras, and it doesn't have to assign those IP addresses from the back of the recorder if you don't want to. Or you can extend that to another switch. That's a different story. But in this case, like you see here, I have 4 cameras. One of the cameras is a dual stream camera. It's the thermal camera. So I have all 4 connected at the back of my recorder. If I go to my second recorder, like you see, it's a simple, again, DS7608 NII2/8P. Again, it's the 8PoE port recorder. It could be the same as 9664, 258 channels if you like. That doesn't make the difference. It's still going to be working the same way if you do the simple setup like this one, or if you're going to set up the high-end recorders. So on the second recorder, what I need to do, I need to go to the camera management. Like you see, I already turned off all my PoE ports at the back of the recorder, so I don't have anything listed. So there's no plug and play port anymore. Like, you know, at the top of the page, obviously you know the IP address of your recorders. In my case, one, it's ending with 102, that's my second, that's my backup, and 101, it's my main unit. So in order to add the cameras from my main unit to my second unit, to my backup unit, I just click the add button and just type it in the IP address of that recorder. So 101 is the main unit, and we just enter the password. Hoping the password is right. So after clicking OK, the system is going to ask you if you like to enroll all your cameras or just part of your cameras. So in this case, we only have a few cameras here. So let me go ahead and select those 4 cameras from this unit and just click OK. So that after starting connecting right now, so I can refresh the page. And here you go. All cameras are recorded now to the second unit. This is that simple, I know. And even if those cameras are on the PoE switch at the back of the main unit, they still will be streamed to the second unit on the local network, even if they are totally on a different range altogether. So like you see here, this is the IP address of my main recorder, main NVR. Every single one of them is streamed. So you see, all of them are here exactly the same. So if I go live view, I should be able to see them all if my plugin allow me there. Here you go. So all cameras up here. So if I like to, I can make it something really odd now. It's going to be like an Inception. Like I can stream it all the way around. So if I like to stream those backup camera to my mainstream, if you like, I can daisy chain the whole setup if I like. I can just add the cameras for my second recorder to this recorder. So that makes the kind of a setup like you have multiple recorders on site and you like to make it back up to one big unit, like for example that 256 channel recorder. So you can have 10 different recorders across the business, like it could be the industrial estate, and you have recorder in each one individual building, and then stream them back directly to the main unit, to the huge backup unit. So in this case, I can do like 192.168.178 and try to stream the cameras from the backup recorder and see if that will work. So there it is. If I'd like to stream it, again, it's going to ask me if I like to stream those channels. So I'm going to stream those channels that I stream back and forward. And here you go. I'm just going to add them back to this recorder. And I'm just gonna refresh the page now. So you see I have all 8 channels and duplicate themselves and back and forward to 2 different from 2 different recorders. And again, if I like to do it here as well, I can stream those back to cameras back again here. It makes a bit confusing now, but just to make it simple and straight, you just need to know the IP address of the main unit. It has to be on the same LAN network. And you need to know the port, username and password. Once you have those details, you can stream all the channels or particular channels if you like from that recorder. Like you see, it's very simple. And what is the advantage of that setup? Like I said, it's a local storage. You don't need to use the broadband connection. Every single camera, it's back it up, and you can have exactly the same quality. Usually the problem with the cloud storage is that there's always only a substream that is streamed, or there's only the event that will be streamed to the cloud to save your storage space on the cloud. Like I said, it's quite expensive, and you need to rely on the internet connection, and it's the substream usually, which is not the best quality. In the case when you have the second recorder on site, as a backup storage. You have the best quality, so it's exactly the same stream that is displayed on the main unit is going to be recorded. And one-off payment, so you just buy a recorder with a lot of storage and that's it. And you don't rely on an internet connection, it's just the local network. So you could have a different part of the building, or if that is one building, like in a house, you can have one in the cabinet somewhere and the other one in the attic. So, you know, it makes it more secure, more safe for you. And, you know, and you can both access, you know, over the internet if you need to. So you can have the main unit connected to your HikConnect and log in remotely, or you can log in to the second unit if something happened to this first one. So, like you see, it's really simple. I hope, you know, I answered some questions. If you have any more questions, please ask in the comments below. Of course, if you're looking for the setup like this, or you've been always wondering if, you know, it's possible, of course it is. So you can stream DVR to NVR. You can these days stream DVR to DVR if you like, by just turning off all the analog channels. You can do so much with this equipment these days, and it's so powerful. And the combinations of different scenarios, different machines, connections, they're like, you know, this is up to your imagination right now. So if you like to contact our sales guys, and they will obviously have all the recorders in stock, and you can ask them to order a backup recorder for you or for a customer. And then if you struggle with the setup, you can play back the video again, or you can just call our tech department and we're gonna answer all your questions. So thank you very much for watching. And next week I have another Paxton integration. This time it will be a minimal integration with Paxton, so I can't wait for this one. For that, that's all I have for you. So thank you very much again, and I'll see you next time. Stay awesome as always. Thank you very much. Bye.